So I'm actually doing this video in the middle of doing another video. So welcome back to the channel and a new video. Hopefully, I always have to do these intros because you can't go back and do it after. I have to do it first, even if the video don't go ahead. So somebody's reached out to me on Instagram about a Land Rover Discovery Sport 2015 65 reg. It's one of his family members' cars. He bought it new last month or the month before the turbo went, so he had the turbo done on it, and it seems like there's an issue with it again. He said the engine's making a right racket. He's bought a new car. They wouldn't take it in part exchange. Would I be interested? Very reasonably priced. Of course, salvage is hard to buy at the moment, even though we are managing to get a few bits. So I thought, perfect, let's go and have a look at it. So I've jumped in my van. I'm going to head down there, have a look at it, hopefully negotiate a price and buy the car. Fingers crossed. We'll do a quick car vertical, make sure there's nothing untoward with it before we get there. As long as that all checks out, we'll head off. Let's do it. So I've punched the reg in, guys, and it's come up Land Rover Discovery, and straight away it has come up with a problem there in amber. The mileage of this vehicle may have been tampered, not stolen, never been in any accidents. Let's scroll a little bit further down, and the mileage graph has come up there. So in 2019, 62,000, 2018, 2019, 77,000, then 2020, 53,000, and then back in 20, back up to 95,000. It could be completely innocent, but that is something that I am going to want to look into. So odometer may be altered, problem found. It's give the alert there. We scroll a little bit further down. Approximate market value of this vehicle, £16,920. An approximate price after negotiations, £16,074. Estimated time it takes to sell this vehicle, 33 days. Specs and equipment, I'm not going to go through that too much because this car is fully loaded and got so many extras on it. You can see them all there. It's just, there's just pages and pages of it. So, I mean, it all checks out to a degree, so we are still interested. I'm going to go down there and ask the question what the situation is there with the odometer, but for the meantime, let's get down there and have a look at it. Thank you again to Car Vertical for the continued support on the channel and providing these checks. Guys, use the link in the description to get 10% off your check. It does show you there. It's definitely well worth doing before you go to view a car because it comes straight up there on the front page. I've actually pulled up in a petrol station around the corner, guys. I've been to see the car. The guy actually gave me the address of the garage where it is. Let's just turn this off for a minute. He's given me the address. So I've been to the garage and I've just had a chat with a guy at the garage and said, what's your diagnosis on it? And he said, I'll be honest with you, it was delivered here on the back of a truck, and the customer, obviously at night, he said we started it up the next morning after it got here. He said, and all I've done was advised the owner that it's probably going to need a new engine. The best thing to do is replace the engine. He said it's just making a right racket. They haven't actually diagnosed what's wrong with it, but if it was something simple, they would have fixed it. So I'm just waiting in the garage down the road for the owner to turn up. He's got all the paperwork there. I want to check through that, and if all goes ahead, I definitely want to buy this because it's really nice. HSE Lux, and it has got everything on it. More on it if we get it. And here it is, guys. We went for it. The mileage discrepancy was actually an accident, and it should have been an 8, not a 5, which does make sense. 70,000, 80,000, 90, and so on. It is a shame, and I am going to try my best to actually try and get that removed and get it rectified. But a really nice car. The wheels are quite scuffed up on it, and it is very dirty, but a beautiful car, 7-seater as well. I noticed this I think it was this wheel's got a massive bulge in the tyre, which is a shame because it's like new. Oh, we'll have a walk around the outside first, then we'll have a look on the inside. No major digs or dents round it, but is very, very dirty, and we're not going to be able to see until we go right round it. And it is a Sport HSE Luxury. So it's just got everything on it. The black badges, the glass roof. It has got a couple of little scratches around it, but nothing deep, no major digs. Me and Chris did just have a little brief look at it as soon as it arrived. The step, unfortunately, has got a dig in it there, but that saved it. Just a bit of bush rash on the sides, and of course, all of the wheels are going to want doing, but really, really nice model. I was just saying, Chris, about that mileage. It was meant to be an 8, not a 5. Just going to have a little look inside. Yeah, you can do, mate. Yeah, it has got that full glass roof, full heated leather. It's probably got climate leather as well, possibly. I don't know. And it will be 9-speed auto, I should like to think, in this. I know it was the changeover year. Oh, Chris has just took the rubber mat out. They're the 2 extra seats. That's it, yeah, release them, and then they should just... Nice. Yeah.
Needs a good clean.
It does need a good clean. These don't even look like they've ever been sat in.
Yeah, do they?
No. USB in the back, another one there. They got everything on them.
Temperature control.
Yeah.
Fan control, is it?
Is it alright if I flick that seat back up? Yeah, just wants a really, really good clean. You can see it is they've had babies and they've kicked the back of the seat, so it's so. Chris, would you mind starting it up? Do you think it's safe to do that?
You've got to try, haven't you?
Yeah, we're going to start it up because I haven't actually heard it run, and the guy said it is making a right racket. Should we pull the bonnet, make sure there's no oil or anything? I think it's this side. There's a rabbit hole down there on the floor. I fell in that earlier. Yeah. Sorry guys, I am holding the phone quite low in some bits because I'm trying not to get another project in the background.
Pulled down there.
That has had a brand new turbo. He did say that only a couple of months ago. Does it look new?
Brand spanking, yeah. Brand new.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Fire it up, mate.
Run short of oil then, isn't it? Burnt the oil probably through the old turbo.
Yeah, possibly. He did say it hasn't lasted long since he had that new turbo fitted, so I've seen, it's not the first time I've seen it. Right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Oh! It is now. Start it again. Start it again quickly. It's not leaking. Yeah? Right, guys, Chris don't want to run it anymore. It did sound reasonably quiet, and then the more it started running now, it started sounding quite loud. I don't know if you could hear it from out here. Let's get it out.
I was expecting it to knock bad.
Was you?
Yeah.
It did sound like it was coming from up here, but sometimes when it is a bottom end, it sounds like that anyway. Let's get it in the yard. Bit of a strange way of going around it. Bit different to what we normally do, but we've pulled it straight in the yard. We actually pushed it. Chris said we don't want to make it any worse than what it is, and really it did make sense. We just pushed it over. Once we got it rolling, it rolled all right. What we're actually going to do is just throw a bucket of water over it, go round it, give it a nice clean on the outside, and just see what we're up against. The inside is all very cleanable, you can see that, but the outside's quite mucky. We don't quite know where we're going with this one. There is a few options that we'll talk about in the video, but for now we are going to give it a bit of a wash and see if there is any big scratches or anything untoward hiding underneath all of that. So we give it a clean and then have a proper little look round it. it's cleaned up really, really nice. So, apart from the bits I missed, it was just a quick wash, but look at the reflection in it. It has got quite a lot of little battle scars around it, but nothing really deep, nothing too serious. But I noticed on pretty much every panel, that's a fly, there is little marks, there's little scratches through there. There's a big patch of dirt there, I don't know where that come from. Just shows you. There's various patches around it. Like I said, that was a quick wash, but yeah, nothing really too serious. Mind you, that one looks like it's a little bit deeper. But it is quite late now. It is quite late, so we're just going to pull it inside and we'll get back on it Monday morning. As promised, it's Monday morning and we're straight back to it. Of course, I've been thinking about this car all weekend, and I've actually texted Chris a few times about it. I reached out to a couple of traders just to test the water, really, to see what this is, you know, would there be any interest in it? Because we got the potential here, I can actually say, can't I, to make a couple of £1,000. With just flipping it without even touching it, and it'll probably be one of our best profits for a little while, just for, you know, not actually doing anything. So one guy in particular, good friend of mine, his wife's actually got an Evoque, and he said I would be into that. The Evoque's quite a bit older. He said I'll be right into that and I'll take it as is. So he's asked me a little bit about it, and I come in this morning and said to Chris that he's really keen, he wants to come and have a look at it. So a bit of a plan, we've just sat there, had a coffee, had a bit of a chat. We are going to give it a bit more of a better clean up, just so that when he does turn up and have a look at it, and of course it would be nice to get it all turned around and done in one video and have a nice payday on it. So that's the plan. We're going to push it back outside again and actually finish giving it a bit of a clean up and see where we go from there, because genuinely we still don't know where we're going with it, but I'm sure it'll all come together in the end. It always does. Let's get to it. Guys, you always ask and we never actually do it. We always forget. So Rob, you never do before or afters, so I thought we'd just have a quick reminder of how bad it is. And this bit in particular, these seats, I'm still adamant they don't look like they've ever been sat in, but I'm not sure what that is. Plaster, I think. So we're going to crack on, try and make this look really, really nice before the guy arrives. I think it's going to come up lovely. I'm not sure all that's going to come off, but we'll see how we get on. I'm sure it'll be fine. This job reminded me of doing that white X5 that we did. It's so tight to get in the back here to do, but it has come up like new. These headrests as well, Chris noticed, they actually fold right up. It's quite quirky really, and quite a good idea. And once they do fold down, you get your whole boot space. Let's just fold that. You get your whole boot space back. It's all cleaned up all right, but there is a bit of chewing gum on here, so I'm going to need to get a bit of gum solve on that and let it soak in. But for the most part, come up very, very nicely. I'm just going to move on and crack on with the front of it. I think that is going to be not as difficult because it's got those nice fitted Land Rover rubber mats. When you remove them, it should be like new underneath. And of course, get all this cleaned up on the back here. So let's crack on. As you know guys, I'm not a professional. A couple of more little bits of chewing gum here, so we're going to need to get that up. But for the most part, it's actually come up really, really well. I'm not a professional. I'm just running the vacuum over it and just cleaning up all of the black and trying to get rid of these scratches. There is some really deep ones. Guys, look at Chris in the background. He keeps coming out. These scratches, you're not going to get rid of them. There's no way of getting rid of them. So unfortunately, they will need replacing, or maybe a bit more better treatment for it. The doors all come up all right. Like I say, I haven't gone crazy. I've just gone around the edges. So, moving on to the front, guys. Sorry, Chrissy just keeps wandering out here. And he went, "God, it's a nice car this is." He said, "Do my missus this will." Every car we get's really nice. He's like, "Yeah, it's a nice car," but he keeps coming out while I'm cleaning it, going, "Yeah, it's coming up really nice, isn't it?" So we'll see what he says at the end of it. I'm going to get on. I'm not going to bother time-lapsing it, but I'm going to crack on and just get the front done. Got the rubber mats, but underneath them, I don't know if there's one missing actually. It had the proper mats, proper Land Rover mats, and then rubber ones were over the top. So I think we are missing one of them floor mats, unless it's got underneath the car with a bit of wind. So I'll crack on and get the front done now. I've gone as far as I want to go with it, guys. It needs really a proper detail and a proper clean. Got all of the loose bits out of it, and that was actually bits of plasterboard that was all under them back seats. So it just looks so much more tidier and presentable now. I've put the mats in the back, and yeah, quite happy with how it's come out. Chris did just pop out again, and he has just said that he's got a bit of an idea that he wants to run by me with the car. There is this wire I need to take out. There's a little bolt in that A-pillar up there. I need to whip that out, and that's obviously a road angel. No, being up there, it's probably a dash cam, isn't it? That's come off of a dash cam. So I'll just need to take that wire out of it. Maybe even the owner will want that back. So let's go inside and have a chat with Chris. I have to be careful where I stand, guys, because you think that I'm ending the video when I sit down by the door. Me and Chris just had a chat about the car, and he's actually told me to... What are you up to, mate? You busy?
Laptop, mate.
Oh, I won't show that then. We just had a... Turn it around that way. We just had a brief chat. Save me keep trying to repeat it. What is the plan? What did you just say?
I think just hang fire with it
And see...
Put the guy off for 24 hours or something.
And see if we can get the bits for it.
Well, we might like ring the main dealer or something and see what availability is of parts. You don't know.
Right.
We don't know what we need.
Nah.
Don't know, but see if there's main bearings available. Because I know on the V6 they won't sell them.
No, they won't. Engine only.
Yeah, so see if there's big end bearings available.
So basically,
Conrod.
a rebuild kit.
Well, no, because I'd just say price and availability on a Conrod.
Yeah.
They come as a pair cap because they're one piece and then they break them, don't they?
Yeah.
Conrod bearings, big end bearings.
Yeah.
Mains and crank.
So
And get prices
from Land Rover main dealer.
Yeah, and see, because we know how much a second-hand engine is and they're fortunes.
Yeah.
But yeah, just see, because
Guys, I thought I'd turn that round. Sorry, Chris, I did put that on you a little bit there. Basically, he explained to me that 2 minutes ago, and I didn't want to get any of it wrong, but he actually come out and he said, yeah, there's potential to make... I'm just going to get out this wind, Chris, thank you. There is a potential there. Sorry, guys, putting in a tripod. There is a potential there to have £2 profit out of that car today, subject to him possibly bidding us a little bit. But Chris said there's potentially a lot more, and also some good videos of putting the car back together. I think eventually, whenever we finish a series on this car, we're going to crunch the numbers, and it's going to be quite unbelievable to quite a lot of you what we did actually pay for that car. So just a brief little bit more on that I do want to add is he actually reached out to the dealer that he bought it off via email and said to him, he's knackered. What would you give me for it in part exchange? Basically just wanted out of it. He said, and they didn't even reply to him. So he actually went down a route and bought a brand new Volvo. And then his cousin reached out to us on Instagram. And then I went and met the owner. And we give him exactly what he asked for it. So, whilst cleaning it, I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, it's a quick flip. But Chris is right. that is a nice car, and really it wants doing. So I am actually going to change my mind on this one, and I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to go down the route of ringing the dealer, get a price on all of those bits, and hopefully we'll do another video on it and give you an update of what was available and what's not available. What I do know is I've just looked up the price of a second-hand engine, and I've rung the people who we normally use for second-hand engines, and no one's got one. So like Mark and other people that we've rung have said, as soon as we get one of them engines in, Rob, you're on top of the list for it. So unfortunately, we are going to leave it there today. As usual, we do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you do, hit that thumbs up. It shows your appreciation, and we really, really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram for the little sneak peeks at Salvage Rebuilds, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.